Hello, I'm George Caldwell.
I'm Janet Zappala.
And I'm Michael Turco. The trucker strike intensifies, more violence reported. I'll have a live report.
Also tonight, a ruling on dirty air that could cost us millions of dollars here in Colorado.
One of the Texas outlaws, Waylon Willie, in Denver tonight.
And I'm Bob Palmer. On the commentary tonight, we'll talk about Hitler and how it happened.
And from Phoenix, a report on the opening training camp for the Denver Gold. Newscenter 4 tonight is next.
Grandson of homesteaders, Dan Schaefer rode a horse to his one-room school. A scholarship helped Dan through college, and he went on to success in a business he started. That same kind of grit is in Dan Schaefer today, whether he's working with neighborhood kids or battling hard in the Colorado Senate for laws to protect our people and places. Grit, determination, and concern for people. That's Dan Schaefer. That's our next congressman. On March 29th, send Dan Schaefer, Republican, to the U.S. Congress.
This winter, try Wendy's new chili cheese and beef.
Personally, I think Wendy's should call it beef, chili, and cheese. Because we start with a fresh quarter pound of Wendy's hot and juicy beef. Then ladle on lots of piping hot homemade chili. Then shredded cheese is sprinkled all over.
Now available this winter, so get it while it's hot. Wendy's new chili cheese and beef.
I know you'll like it, but I still think it should be beef, chili, and cheese.
You want something better? You're Wendy's kind of people.
Sometimes you have to drive. Sometimes you don't.
When you don't have to drive, try us and catch the ride.
This is Channel 4, Colorado's news channel. From the largest broadcast news gathering team in Colorado, this is Newscenter 4 Tonight with Janet Zappala, George Caldwell, Sam Allred, Ron Zappolo, and commentary by Bob Palmer.
Good evening. Here's what's happening. Independent truckers blowing off steam tonight as a strike deadline approaches. 12 trucks circle the State House tonight during the rush hour, hoping to gain attention for the impending strike. One of our Live 4 units is at a Denver truck stop tonight. And Newscenter 4's Michael Turco joins us now with the latest.
Hundreds of trucks are pulled in here. They say they'll be staying here indefinitely. The independent truckers have stopped rolling because of the strike. Many other truckers have also stopped driving to show their support for the strikers. Others are afraid to go out because there have been reports of violence. A shooting in Brigham City, Utah. A trucker was shot in the chest there. He's in critical condition now. Another shooting reported in Texas, and more violence in Missouri. But the truckers are convinced that they have a good, fair cause here, and they're convinced the public will support them if the public finds out what the strike is all about. The truckers say they're going on strike because of several tax increases, big tax increases. Specifically, the 5 cents a gallon fuel tax increase that takes effect April 1st. The federal road use tax, that will be going up as much as 600% in the next 3 years. Excise taxes on tires will be going from 9 cents a pound to 50 cents a pound. And the sales tax on new trucks is going up by more than 1/3. Those are the reasons many highways around the nation were nearly deserted today. And that's why this truck stop near Denver is jam-packed with truckers tonight. They've quit moving already and pulled off the highway.
This is going to really shut us down. Between all the road taxes and everything they're putting on us now, any added extra taxes are just going to put us away.
This man's wife and 3-year-old son are all depending on his paycheck.
I hope the President of the United States hears what we're trying to tell him, because it's tough out here running night and day and trying to make payments and keep rolling.
Scattered incidents of violence are being reported in some states. This truck went up in flames in Florida. The possibility of arson is being investigated there. Colorado truckers say they're against any violence, but they say they can hold out for a long time, a lot longer than it takes for supermarkets to run out of food.
Take New York City, for instance, they'd probably be pretty hungry there in 3 or 4 days if it takes that long, you know. So I imagine the other big cities will follow right behind them if they can't get the stuff in, for sure. I can hold out no more than a week, 2 weeks the most, till I lose my butt.
You'll stay here that long to make your point?
Yeah, if that's what it calls for.
All those people are right here tonight. They say they'll stay here, but the food stores say they can hold out up to a month. Of course, there's some doubt about that after what we saw during the blizzard. Now, these truckers say they'll keep on protesting. They want those new taxes repealed, and we just found out tonight that tomorrow, most of these truckers here are planning to drive downtown to the Colorado Capitol and let their feelings be known there and demand to talk with the governor. Reporting live, Michael Turco, News Center 4.
Okay, Michael, having been out there today, there are lots of trucks, I know, so it could be crowded around the Capitol tomorrow. Janet?
President Reagan made a dramatic announcement to the Soviet Union today in the form of a letter read by Vice President Bush during a visit to Berlin today. After his planned speech, the Vice President pulled out an envelope and read Mr. Reagan's dramatic offer of a summit.
I have asked Vice President Bush, in the city where East meets West, to propose to Soviet General Secretary Andropov that he and I meet wherever and whenever he wants in order to sign an agreement banning U.S. and Soviet intermediate-range land-based nuclear missile weapons from the face of the earth.
And Bush also told the group that President Reagan says he is willing to meet Soviet leader Andropov, quoting here, wherever and whenever he wants to sign the pact. And President Reagan in Washington today renews calls for a right to life amendment. Mr. Reagan made that call at a convention of religious broadcasters. He also called for passage of a prayer in school amendment.
We must go forward with unity of purpose and will. And let us come together, Christians and Jews. Let us pray together, march, lobby, and mobilize every force we have